Hey guys, it's Paul here again. I was bringing y'all another Pioneer radio. It's the FH-X820BS. This is their double-din CD player. It's not a screen, it's just a big full-size double-din CD player, radio, CD, USB, aux input. This radio averages around $199.95, has a 1-year warranty. It's also Siriusxm ready, so you can purchase an optional Siriusxm module in order to get commercial-free satellite radio. I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and open up the box, and we'll see what's on the inside. So let me open the lid here. We got the Bluetooth microphone. Here's the power wiring harness. Let's see here. I'm picking up two things at once. Here is the remote control. Comes with a remote. Here is the limited 1-year warranty card. Probably wouldn't hurt to read that. Here's some little installation screws you might use for an install kit or something. And let's see if I can get my fingers in here. Here is the owner's manual. Looks like several different models and languages. Alright, let's look on the inside here. I don't see anything else but just the radio, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. Alright, there's nothing else in the box. And it's got some good styrofoam, keep it safe while it's in shipping. And a little styrofoam baggie, keep it safe from any scratches or anything. And then right on the face, there's a little cover. Keeping the face free from scratches. I'm going to peel it off carefully there. And that's it. There's no trim ring or cage that comes with this. All you get is just the radio. Pioneer does make a double-din installation kit. It's like $59 or $69.95 or something like that. It comes with trim rings. It comes with a mountain cage. It comes with some brackets that you screw on the side here on both sides, and you push it into the cage. And there's actually 4 screws that holds the whole radio in. But usually you use that for like a custom installation or something. So anyway, here's the radio. Let's go ahead and get it mounted up, and we'll see what's going on, in the back here. Then we'll flip it around, power it up, and go from there. All right, as usual, we'll start from this end and work our way all the way to the right-hand side and go to one item at a time. And the first thing I see right here, this is the antenna plug-in. This you can catch like FM stations. Like I said, most most cars nowadays might need an adapter. So if you're going to be putting this radio in, you might want to see if your car needs some adapters first before you just going to try and install it. The next port right here, this is the Siriusxm module port that you plug into. And it's a little small box, probably about the size of a wallet, and the antenna's a quarter of that size. So once you plug it in here, hide the box and run the antenna, and you'll have, of course, after calling them up, you'll have satellite radio. Here is the power plug-in with a 10-amp fuse. Nice little heat sink. And right here, these two little black plug-ins. The top one, this is for the microphone, and the bottom one is for the wired remote. And the wired remote is can be used for, like, if your car's steering wheel has controls the radio on the steering wheel, you can purchase an optional module to keep your steering wheels working with this radio. After it's all wired, you plug it in here, and then when you press the source or volume button, something like that, then your radio can be controlled from the steering wheel. And last but not least, we got rear, front, and subwoofer pre-outs. I think you're like 2.5 volts. You can have just like a bass amp. You can have a 4-channel amp, a highs amp, 2 highs amps, 5-channel amp, all kinds of configurations for amplifiers. So you can, you don't have to worry about splitting off in your RCAs or anything. Anyway, that's everything on the back of the radio. As you can see, it's just all down here at the bottom. I'll go ahead and flip it around. We'll power it up, and we'll go through all those features. That's almost even money. something back here to hide the blue. Okay. Alright, we got a power number set up, yes. We'll hit that. Just saying, looks like the clock, so I'm just going to set that for 5, just for fun of it. We'll make it 5:02. Quit, yes. Okay. Now it's booting up. We got demo mode. I'm going to turn that off here in a few seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got it turned off. The reason I did that because if I pause for any longer in a few seconds, it'll switch over to demo mode and I'll lose track of where I'm at. So anyway, I got it set on the tuner right now. But before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about the outside of the radio. Everything here is a nice piano finish. It's definitely well illuminated. It's got a lot of nice highlighted buttons here. We got the CD eject button. Press it. And it looks like there's a little bit of animation going on with when I hit the eject button. And here's the CD player slot. We got the model number here, Siriusxm radio, Bluetooth, mix tracks. There's a little sticker. You can actually, this is an actual sticker, so you can peel that off if you wanted. We got the Bluetooth button here. We got presets all the way across. We got the display button. I'm on tuner. Let's see what it does. So we got clock, frequency. So after a few seconds, let's say to change the volume, it should go right back to the frequency. And yes, okay, I'm gonna switch it to clock. Mess with something. It should show the frequency, and then probably just go to the clock or go straight to the clock. Anyway, that's what it does. It goes straight to the clock. Right here we have the source button. We also have a search button here, which in tuner that doesn't do anything. Here's your channel change and track change buttons. Up and down. This is your escape menu or back out arrow, however you want to call it. Also, if you hold it down, you also have dimmer. See how it says dimmer on, makes it real dim. So if all this is too bright, you just press and hold this button down and it will dim it for you. Over here we have band. FM1, FM2, FM3, AM, and back to FM1 again. Let's see what else we got. We got the volume here, Bluetooth button, got the phone menu, we got phone functions, auto answer off, on, ringtone, which is pretty neat. Let's see, back out, phone function. We'll get that up to here in a few minutes. So anyway, let's see. We're through with all the main buttons. Right here is the front USB with the aux input right here. There's a little door that covers the USB up. And like I said, the volume button here has a nice milled chrome look to it, which is pretty cool. Sources, you hit the source button. It'll cycle through aux, Bluetooth audio, and radio. Of course, if I had a CD here or a USB here, to give us extra things going on. Of course, I pressed here, nothing from this, and we hit band. So anyway, we're back into, let's see, radio. I'm going to go ahead and go into the actual menu of the whole radio, which is the meat and eggs of everything. So the volume up here, you press it straight in, gives you menu. You got function, audio, illumination, system, mix tracks, and back to function again. So function, we're going to here, best station memory, local off, seek, manual, that's the one station at a time, or preset, or back to manual again. So if you hit on PCH, which is preset channels, Just when you hit the tuner back buttons, it just cycles through your presets. And that's all for stations, but that's all for the radio because that's the source I'm in at the moment. The next one is audio. Going to fader, we got fader and balance. We already know what that is. That's front and back, left and right. EQ settings, we're going to here. We got powerful, natural, vocal, custom 1, custom 2, and flat and some other previous ones. So let's see, on custom 1, custom 2, those are user configurable, and you're the user if you purchase the radio. So you're the user. These are where you can go in here and actually make changes to it the way you want to make it sound. So what you do is you go into here and you get your 80 hertz, which is your bass, and it goes all the way up to, so you got 250, 800, 2.5 kilohertz, and 8 kilohertz. And kilohertz would be like the tweeter sound. That's, and then the what is it? The 800 hertz is your mid-range. So let's say you want to change the kilohertz, kind of bring in some treble. Click on it and rotate your volume knob, and you got +6, -6. So that way you can adjust how you want the tweeters to sound. And if you want the mid-range tweeter sound, you can adjust it as well. You got mid-range, depends on how much mid-range you want, and mid-bass, and then actual bass. You can actually, if you have a ported box, you may have to go and adjust that later down to close to 50 or so hertz. But anyway, there's also a little graphic bar there to kind of let you know about how it's coming along on your settings. That's custom 1. Custom 2, let's say you have different song types. Let's say you listen to country and also you listen to rock. You can use custom 1 to make the country sound the best possible, and custom 2 you make your rock music sound the best possible, or whatever music you listen to. So you can have 2 saved settings of different settings, and that way you don't have to go in there as many times to change the EQ settings. And that's all pretty much it for that. I'm going to back out. That was under EQ settings. The next one is loudness, which by default is off. You go into here, you got low, mids, and highs. That just makes the music really loud. And the bass is a little harder. Let's see. Loudness high. Subwoofer normal or reversed. Subwoofer or sub W control is subwoofer level. If you go in here, you can actually adjust, you know, your hertz. Like I said, if you have a ported box or a sealed box, if you're not sure, you just put it around 80 hertz and adjust it from there, you know, as you listen to stuff. And over here we got your subwoofer level controls, and probably as well as dB settings, 24, 12, and give you a harder hit. So back out here. Next one over is bass boost. Gives a little harder hit. Now it looks like I got 6 and 0. High pass frequency settings. This is if you really want to go in there and if you like have high amp and stuff, you can really tune in how you want your highs, like your door speakers, tweeters, stuff like that to sound. The next is fader. Well, fader balance, because apparently fader balance is the first line, and I've already been there with settings. So that's everything in the audio control. The next we got illumination. We have color, dim setting, brightness, phone color, illumination effects on, color, dim settings. Okay, apparently I've already been to all those settings. We'll start as in color. Key color. Let's see, red, amber. Apparently it's everything that's underneath the screen. The side panels, all the buttons, everything that's underneath the display is going to be whatever color you set it to. So I'm going to set it to pure green. Or just green. Alright, I'm going to back out of that, and I'm going to disp color, or display color. And I'm going to make this yellow. Well, no, yellow might be. There we go, blue. We'll make this blue. So we have, you know, two different colors on the screen. So if you have like a favorite football team, you can dial in the colors on the radio and be pretty cool. Both color. If you didn't want to do all the changing color, you can just do it all one color. You know, display and the keys. And that's everything for illumination. Let's see where I'm at. Oh, that's color. Okay. The next one is dim settings. You can sync illumination. You can sync with the clock. Manual. So if you start, this is you can actually turn the dimmer off or on according to what time it is of the day. So when it's like at daytime, you might want to, you know, crank up the illumination. When it comes nighttime, you know, turn it down a little bit. You know, just by setting the time that you want it to start and stop. And in manual, you can actually go to brightness. You can actually dim it down to exactly the color that you want. And oops. And phone color. This is when your phone makes noise. The screen will, you know, flash or do some special effects. You know, let you know something's going on with your phone. Illumination effects on. That's all the blinking and stuff. Or you can turn it off so you don't want to blink. And we're back to color. Okay, so the next one is system. And here we got Bluetooth audio on. If you want to turn the Bluetooth audio off, if you didn't want the, you know, the radio to ring with the phone, or, you know, or something like that, you can do that. Bluetooth memory clear. If you had phones saved in here, you can go in here and clear all the phones out. That way you can pair a new phone up to it. Back out of here. The next one is Bluetooth version. You can see what version your Bluetooth module is, since it's built inside the radio. App connection set is wired or Bluetooth, and that's for most probably for the iPhone. And system. Let's see. Menu. System. Okay, clock set. I've already been in there. It tells you the date and AM, PM. 12 hours, 24 hours. Info display. Spiana, and if you're not sure what that is, it's spectrum analyzer. That's, you know, the bars that bounce with the music. Level meters, pretty close to the same thing. This is actually changing the source. Like if you wanted the, you know, radio, or, you know, big old clock, or just no display whatsoever, or just a spectrum analyzer. That's for the radio. Aux input, you can turn this off or on if you need to. If you have something jammed in there, you can turn it off, or turn it off, you know, whatever you want to, or just leave it on. And that's pretty much it for the system settings. And now we're to Mixtrax. Mixtrax is a free program that you download from Pioneer, and what you do is you install it on your computer, and you plug in a thumb drive to your computer, and what you do is you open this program up and you put a whole bunch of songs in the Mixtrax program, like I said, which is free to download, and you give it a beat, and it will act like the DJ at a club, mixtracking all your songs together, and that way you can you know, have like a club in your car, you know, without the DJ, even though the radio's doing it all for you. So anyway, short playback, and you got 1 minute, 1.5, 2 minutes. That's just how long it plays the entire song before it changes to the next song. And when it changes the songs, when you're in Mixtrax mode, it blends the two songs together. So you got plenty of choices for how long you want to play the song before it goes to the next one. Flash area, got key or display, or just key. So all this will by flash if it's key, display, or just the buttons down here will flash by themselves. The next is flash pattern. You got sound level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then low pass. And you you know, for like just when the bass hits, it'll start blinking and stuff. Next is display effects on. That's all the stuff here. You know, you can either turn it off or on. It's always best to leave it on, that way you know stuff is happening. Cut-in effects off or on, which is pretty cool. And back to short playback. Okay, now we're getting down to mix tracks. The next is looks like it. Don't see any other things. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Alright, that was the Pioneer FH-X820BS doubled in CD player with Bluetooth, USB, aux input. Like I said, it is usually about $199.95 with a 1-year warranty. Anyway, if you have any questions down below, you know, hit the like button, make a comment. I'll try to get back to you when I can. Anyway, this is Paul. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have an awesome day, and please subscribe.